You don't get to belittle me. You don't get to talk to me and run my program and think you're going to tell me to stay here. Before I could use my pussy, I'm going to use these hairstyling gifts that the Lord gave me. When they started saying you could sell this in kilos, I said, break out the weights. Let's do this. I told you that I was a little hood and ratchet when I came on here, so you knew that.
When did you start feeling like, this is something that I actually really enjoy doing, and I'm going to continue learning and bettering my craft in?
It wasn't until really after I had fell on my ass a whole lot of times. Like, I never really saw doing hair as like my way out, or like, oh, this is what I'm gonna stick to and just continue doing. I really tried to be like a 9-to-5er. I had a Comcast job. I worked at a law firm. I worked anywhere that was customer service. I used to do telemarketing. I used to do a lot just to kind of figure out.
What city are we talking about?
And I went from New York to Atlanta.
Okay, your upbringing was mostly in New York. And then, how old were you when you moved to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta when I was 20. 20?
You were about 20
I was about 20.
when you moved to Atlanta.
I was about 20.
And you get there, you're working at, you get your 9-to-5, but...
No, I didn't get a 9-to-5 immediately. Basically, I just went to Atlanta because I felt like I wanted to have a better upbringing for my daughter. I didn't want to raise her in New York. I didn't want her to see the same shit that I saw. So I
Which
was like,
you're doing a good job at that. Let me just say that.
I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I'm doing a good job, for sure.
I've seen her from back then to now. She even went to the military.
Now she's on the military base. Yeah. And I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of her decisions. I'm proud of the choices that she's made in life because they're a big reflection of me. It's everything that I raised her to be and everything that I really could have wished that she could have grown up to be. Very independent, very strong-minded, don't take no shit, and she gonna do what the fuck she want to do, and she's not about to take no shit from nobody else while she's doing it. And I'm like, okay, that's definitely my child. It's a little heartbreaking because we've never been apart. I've had her for all of our lives together. So like now she's 24, well about to be 24, and she's out in the army. She done got married.
Yeah,
she basically grown.
She's grown now.
Mama got to have a life too. So now I guess it's all a transition into, I guess, another chapter of my life right now, because I did go from a struggling hairstylist or just like struggling to, I'm a struggling human being. I'll just chuck that up to be a human being because it was a human experience to not have things to be without, to want more. So that is just an all-around human experience. I don't want to chuck that up and say like, oh, I was a struggling hairstylist, because I wasn't even trying to do hair at that time. My attitude wasn't right. I'll probably knock a bitch out the chair. So it was like, it was better for me to just be like, let me see if this 9-to-5 work. Let me see if I could probably do this outside of what my God's gifts were, just to see, just to see if I could do it. So, I mean, after that, again, falling on your ass over and over and over, you kind of be like, a hard ass what is it? A hard head make a soft ass? Is that the phrase? Do you know the phrase? Can you confirm the phrase?
I won't be able to. Is that this?
Somebody hit the Google, goddamn it. Is that? Did I say it right? Thank you, Poodle. A hard head makes a soft ass.
Okay. Oh yeah,
you want to keep it PG.
I never heard that.
You've never heard it, but you Googled it.
No, I mean, now I know what that means.
Now you know what. So basically, I had to keep falling on my ass and seeing that, okay, maybe a 9-to-5 is not my thing because I don't like to be controlled.
What was the problem? The problem was the fact that you didn't like.
I don't like bitches telling me what to do. To that, you can't run my program. I am my own program. I'm only an individual that comes to your corporation out of choice. To obligate myself to your company to make it better. You don't get to belittle me. You don't get to talk to me and run my program and think you're going to tell me to stay here to make your business better. That is absolutely fucking absurd. I won't let no bitch tell me that. That's crazy.
Oh, look at her.
Period.
She looks good.
Period. Bust down. It's a bust down. A bust down is
okay, cool. I'm assuming she got to take off, so we're gonna have to take a little bit. Do you mind if we take a video of you right here very fast before you go?
Do your one.
Can you come right here? You take a quick video.
Did I break the third wall?
I know she got it wrong, but can you pause the camera?
I'm not gonna pause it because
you look good.
You better there going, period.
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 The whole time.
Period.
When you do it, thank you so much for coming.
I love it.
Thank you for coming. I'm gonna message you,
Thank
okay?
you for having me, really. Thank
You're welcome.
You look
Bye-bye.
so bomb. It was so good to see you again, babe.
Nice to see
Mwah.
you again.
Bye, baby.
This
You see what I'm saying? Everybody's favorite auntie. No one really forgets me. You might not see me often, but no one really forgets me.
100% no.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Unforgettable. Girls in the chokehold.
What year are we talking?
2013, 2010.
2013, 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Because
that's like laces and stuff like that. Wigs were a thing because you had artists like Trina and Beyonce that was wearing wigs and lace fronts and things like that. But no one really kind of knew that was not
No.
accessible in the hood.
100%.
So like we're gonna go ahead and stick to the beauty supply store here. Give me 3 packs of some Bobby Boss or some Milky Way and give me a bob.
100%.
That's
I
mostly
had,
what
I had
everybody
Kim,
would
Kim
get.
Kimball earlier on the show, and she was talking about the fact that wigs have been a thing and people just didn't know about it.
Yeah,
They
it was
were
not
just-
accessible,
it was accessible
to the
regular.
public like
Yeah.
it was, like it is now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
That's true also as far as the sewing being popular in 2010, because that's actually when I got in the country. I got in the country in 2011. And in 2013, that's when I started selling hair.
Because it made sense.
It
Like
made
you
sense.
started, the math started mathing.
And
1000%.
then back then it was bundles. That was the thing.
I mean, either way, like depending on where you from and what's your background, when they started saying you could sell this in kilos, I said, break out the weights. Let's do this.
Now we are to the part of the show where I'm going to try to get your top 3.
Top three?
You've been doing hair for a while.
Okay.
You coming up, who were your top 3 hairstylists?
My top 3 hairstylists coming up. Nikki Nelms.
Okay.
Top 3, Jesus. Coming up as a little kid or
Not
like
as a stylist. I'm talking
like
2015.
so from
2015.
like through, yeah, can I get a scope of what's the compass of time frame? Like
20
who am I including?
20,
Because throughout the years I love everybody.
No.
So like now you
2010 to
2017.
2017.
2010 through 2017.
Like right before the list got super popular.
2010 through 2017. Yeah, my top faves in the motion of working were Nikki Nelms because she was everyone's hairstylist at that time. She was definitely popular in the Lil Wayne Millie video. I loved, and she's so innovative with hair. So I definitely always looked to her. Priscilla, who was Rihanna's hairstylist, I loved her work as well. You know what? Tokyo Styles, because that's my baby. I hold that one close to my heart because she was like the reason that Kimura loves me. Like you could see a commonality there. Like she did hair that I like. She did hair that I would wear. She did hair that like her clientele could be my clientele. Things like that. And the way she would put on those wigs and color them back in the day.
then.
Like there I dare a bitch to come into this industry and say like they
No,
never
I mean,
heard of a Tokyo
when
Styles
it comes
or
to
anything.
Tokyo Style, is obviously me in the hair industry is kind of like an outsider keep getting in, but most people that have come on the podcast have mentioned Tokyo Style as
Because you would be
being-
a hater to
as being their
say
inspiration.
anything else. I feel
including Arrogant Hair.
as of course,
saying
of
as
1000%.
an
He's
inspiration.
just as great as he is.
Yeah.
I would expect him to say that because Tokyo. If you're again when you bring up the time frame of 2010 to 2017,
She was
what the
yeah.
fuck? I mean, and she
Yeah.
was doing K Michelle, she was doing Tamar, she was eating shit up. So, but even before then, I only say that because when I would be on like again the underbelly of life and posting on Craigslist and stuff like that, Tokyo Styles would be right there in the ads right up under my shit. So like it was again not before Instagram, before like was it MySpace shit?
MySpace is
like
20
like before
28.
all of that. you really had to know
You have to like
who
hustle.
to go to in
Next
life.
to like
yeah,
being
you
a
had to just kinda
hustler,
know
you
who.
need to like find your business way and really find a style to be able to like put it together. And I think that she has always, made that happen. And I'm very happy. She's actually on the first season. Her episode hasn't dropped yet. It's gonna drop in next episode 6. You're gonna be on episode 6 of All American Hairstylist.
Okay.
Where she actually comes and help us choose the brand ambassador of Clientele, and she turned up.
As
She
she should.
turned up
She's
super,
definitely
and I'm
turned
super
up.
excited for that episode. If you haven't watched it, go on hairqueenandcut.com and watch All American Hairstylist. It's our new TV show where hairstylists come from different part of the country and compete for a spot here at Clientele, on which we have Erigente, Tokyo Style, and all the big heads that you know. And season 2 is coming, and it's about to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm talking to I'm talking to Hachoo for sure. For sure, you are part of my vision when it comes to season 2. Just letting you know
sounds
that
cute.
on air. As a person, obviously from 2018 to now, Hair Queen Ale has turned into, we've done the hair and now we're getting more into the production.
Yeah.
I create my own network, which is called Hair Queen and Cut. It's a
Entertainment.
platform where we have our shows, we have our podcast, we have our hair academy, and we're planning on filming season 2, and we're also planning on having a drag show on it that's going to be produced this year.
Okay.
You know me more than anyone.
You love some texture.
You know me, like I'm the type, like if I put my eyes on something,
For sure.
I will go into
1000.
the end.
The tiger.
And
Eye of the tiger.
and one of the things that I really would like to do in my journey is really like bringing the folks that really like saw something when it was like there was nothing,
Yeah.
and finding ways to continue growing together. And with that being said, obviously you know what that means. Obviously you are here on the podcast.
Right,
Now we
right,
have
right,
season
right.
2. We have a lot of different things coming. And thank you for, first of all, being comfortable coming on camera, because I believe that...
Would have done it with nobody else because this is not even my thing. But,
It's fine. I mean,
but everybody knows that Hair Queen LA is my thing. So like that has been like a lot of people cannot communicate with Hair Queen LA and not correlate Hachoo sometimes because they used to think that was one company. They used to think that was one person. They used to think like, oh, is that your shit or something like that?
Yeah.
But that's to be said about the solidarity. You can bring it back to the solidarity. You have to have solidarity within any corporation that you have. Why I did not like my 9-to-5s? Because they didn't have a solidarity to me. So why would I be solid with them? When I came as an independent hairstylist, working with another hair vendor like yourself, and there was a solidarity there of I'm going to refer people to you and you'll refer people to me. As long as we keep quality work with quality product,
and quality
this should
understanding.
just keep going
Yeah.
up and up and up. And that's exactly what happened.